Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am Tyler Howell, one of the hosts of The Roar, here to make a quick interlude before you get into your episode. As mentioned before in the first episode, this podcast is almost completely student-run, with as little help from the directors as we can get. Due to this, we students are taking on the task of learning how to work with different noise and EQ-related technologies, editing, and posting to different platforms. Even though we are only posting YouTube at the moment, we do intend to eventually move to Spotify as our main platform. While this may not seem like a lot, it can be a big learning curve at sometimes. So do expect some minor mess-ups and posting issues, as we are trying to get more comfortable with this new area of expertise. We do hope the podcast becomes better over time, with better sound quality, smoother edits, and a semi-constant posting rate. We thank you for your patience and your support in our endeavors, and we hope you enjoy the podcast. On another quick side note, we hope to now be posting once a week on every Tuesday, so be expecting another episode by the 19th. Thank you once again. Please sit back and enjoy the episode. Welcome to The Roar, a podcast where we are bringing your daily needs from Foley High School to you. I, Tyler Howell, am going to be your main host today with my co-host, Alex Beckworth.
Hello.
We are brought with two guests of ours from AFJROTC, the AL791 unit. One of them will be Secilia Soto.
Hi, I'm Secilia Soto. I'm a 12th grader and I'm the squadron commander for JROTC.
And we have Waverleigh Ethridge with us as well.
Hello, I am also a 12th grader, and I'm the public affairs officer.
All right. So, how are you guys doing today?
I'm good.
Man, you guys made
Doing
this
pretty
as
well.
awkward as possible.
I'm not awkward.
A conversation here. All right. So today we're having a good day. We're going to record a little bit. Talked about the JROTC division. We're gonna ask a little bit about what they do, what they're doing, different things throughout the school year. Different fun stuff. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. See what's happening with them. So, I guess we can start off if you guys want to start off. So, first off, what is ROTC? What does it do? What is it?
We're just a unit that is based on the Air Force. There are many units that are like Navy and all the branches, but for us, it's the Air Force. So, we are sponsored by the Air Force. We are nowhere recruiting or anything. It's just based on the Air Force. It's military modeled, but I would call it a family where we all know we can trust each other and just work together for something.
It's a really fun organization that helps us improve our character and our leadership qualities, as well as learning to be a follower in general.
So, ROTC, does it teach a lot of like leadership skills, a lot of learning things? Like what else do you learn using ROTC?
It for sure helps you with leadership during class. The instructors are maybe teaching 2 times a week, but the other 3 days of the week it's student-led. So the students are leading, and with that, other students are learning, okay, if I want to be a leader, I got to act like a leader. And they start learning, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this, and this is how I become a leader. So they are basically being taught how to be a leader and build their character for the best.
There's a lot of growth in ROTC. Many of cadets, whether or not you are a leader or a follower, grow in their character.
So do you guys, how long have you been in ROTC?
4 years.
4 years.
All right, since 9th grade. Do you guys think you have definitely, how much do you think you've learned or grown through ROTC?
Well, I will say in 9th grade, I was very shy. I didn't talk at all. I would shake whenever I would give a presentation. I didn't believe that I could be a leader at all. I didn't believe that I could be a leader at all. I didn't see the potential that I had, and then I joined ROTC, and I became more confident. I decided, hey, I can actually do this. I can do things. I can be creative. My strong suit is my creativity, and I can use my creativity to extend on things that AFJROTC already had and make them better and help the unit grow.
Mm-hmm. And you, Cecilia?
I would say for sure it helped me. I was very shy. I didn't want to talk to people at all. My 9th grade, when I was in 9th grade. And then also, I just didn't even know what ROTC was. I was just in it, for no reason.
You just joined it because it was something you could do.
I didn't know I had any potential at all. I was just in it to be in it. I'll be honest. Yeah, and my second year, I was actually put in leadership, and I was like, okay, there's a whole different side.
What is leadership?
Our leadership is just our actual cadets are leading the course. So the instructors are just in the background, just making sure we were safe and we don't do anything dangerous and we don't kill each other. It was just our leadership actually leading the actual things, events, program. The whole program is just led by students.
Yeah, and both of you are in leadership, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So after I was in leadership, I was like, okay, there's more to ROTC than just being in it. And I just started wanting to plan things and actually getting out of my box and just wanted to be more.
Box.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
my parents actually forced me into ROTC.
Well,
because
That wasn't forced.
How much has RTC changed since y'all have joined?
It's changed a lot, I will say.
I know
Yeah, it's
from
changed a lot.
when I joined and then till I left, it has changed a lot since then.
Yeah, it has.
What would you say is the biggest changes? Because we can't talk about all of them, obviously, but if you could just talk about the
biggest change, I could say from outside the Corps would probably be the change of instructor.
Yeah,
that's a pretty big one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, so I know a little bit about it. I know Major. He was the main instructor of ROTC, and he left, and now we have Colonel Cusick, and he is now running ROTC. And and it was a big change because I know you guys in 9th grade to 11th grade was Major there, and all of a sudden in 12th grade it's a whole new person, and you've learned through Major, worked through Major, and Major knew who you were and how you did things. And now you have a whole new person that doesn't know anything about it.
It was a big change because, I had a relationship with Major and we could, talk and discuss things as, me if I need something for, the Corps. Now I had to put a new relationship with Colonel and be like, hey, I need this and this and this. We had to figure out how we're going to communicate because I'm the Corps commander. I have to communicate with him a lot, so, yeah.
Yeah, and that's something else that ROTC teaches you, is it teaches you how to adapt and to really grow from your surroundings. Because when hosting events, when planning things, there's always going to be changes around you. There's always going to be things that go wrong. And as a leader, you have to learn to adapt to those changes and figure out a way to make the situation go the best way you possibly can.
That's cool. Do y'all plan to do, I know we're in JROTC because we're in high school, so it's not the big program, but do y'all plan on joining ROTC in college?
I am trying to get into ROTC in college.
I am not. I want to be a shark ichthyologist, but I will be taking the qualities that I have gained from ROTC and putting them into college.
So I know, I really want to ask, I know ROTC has a lot of leadership development and stuff like that. Is there also a lot of social development?
I would say for sure. Like I said in the beginning, we're just a big old family as a Corps. We have events like Military Ball, which is just a prom for just ROTC, where all our 4 units come together and we just party, basically.
It's a really cool day.
There's also a Baton Death March, where just we go to Gulf Shores and we basically walk for hours.
14-mile hike.
14-mile hike, and we just walk for hours. It's really fun. We all get to interact with each other.
Not tiring at all.
And then
It's worth it, though.
It's worth it. I mean, your legs are hurting the next day, but it's worth it. It's in the morning, sunrise. It's beautiful. But also in class, we just all socialize all together. And I would say we all get opportunity to make friends. I've made multiple friends in ROTC itself, so.
Yeah, we literally have a thing called a monthly social where we just socialize every month and do fun activities, watching movies, playing video games, playing board games, doing Just Dance, karaoke, literally anything just to make friends.
Yeah, for Halloween, we had this costume contest. Then we did the musical chairs, watched a movie, ate food. So we all just get together and socialize like a family. It's amazing.
That's good. I mean, that sounds like an enjoyable experience. I can see why people would want to do that.
So I know we've got Veterans Day stuff coming up here at the high school. I think it's on Friday we have the assembly, and then next Monday is actual Veterans Day with the parade.
Yeah.
Does the Corps have anything planned for either of those?
And I know Waverleigh's. I'm pretty sure you're the one leading it, right?
Yes, so I am actually the person in charge for the Veterans Day ceremony. Last year, I was actually the person in charge for last year's as well, and I wrote out a script detailed, and we we performed the ceremony. We did a flag folding. We did the Air Force song where the band will play each individual song for each branch. And whenever our song comes up, which is the Air Force song, the entire corps will get up and start singing it. And we have a bunch of speeches. Veterans will actually also come in, and we will serve them breakfast, and they can watch the ceremony as we honor those who protected and served our country.
That's good. That's nice. Do you find a lot of enjoyment in the Veterans Day ceremony? Like, is it, I mean, I know it's going to be stressful. It's got to be. I mean, you have to have everything perfect. If you don't have everything perfect, then you don't want to mess up in that. But you do find enjoyment through it, right?
I do, yes. It's taught me a lot of different qualities, especially since Veterans Day is the kind of ceremony where things are constantly changing. And so, like earlier I was talking about, you have to adapt to what's happening. I have to adapt to what's happening a lot. I know personally for me, last year I got really sick on the day of Veterans Day, and I just had to roll with it. And we got the ceremony done, and everyone said they really enjoyed it.
That's good. I mean, like, so Cecilia, I know you're leading ROTC, but since she's doing the Veterans Day thing, do you have much to do with it as well? Like, do you have to intervene much, or is it kind of just like you let her do her own thing and you're part of the finished product?
Whoever's in charge of it is the one taking charge for the whole thing for the Veterans Day. I'm just there for my speech that I've been given, and that's literally all I do.
So even if you're in charge of ROTC as a whole, you're not in everything. You're kind of
No,
you just kind of
I'm just in the
trust
background.
everybody to do their own thing, and you just watch over.
Yeah, I'm just in the background making sure that things are rolling how they're supposed to. If things are going a little like sideways and we're like, I need to like straighten them up, I will, but I don't really intervene as much if I don't need to.
Okay. So ROTC, you do recruitment. I know you do recruitment. I don't know if you call them kiosks or not. I don't know what you call them, but
Kiosks?
it's a thing that some clubs do. They call them kiosks, where they go into the cafeteria and ask people.
Oh.
They are
like to
technically
join.
kiosks.
Yeah, but
just call
what
them
are
We really
tables.
just go to the middle school and talk to them, though. It's not a real kiosk, it's a whole day thing.
is that your own thing? Is like, do you only go to is there different types of recruitment you do? When's the time for recruitment?
We're
There's-
always recruiting.
Yeah, we're always recruiting, no matter time of the year. We're like, if we get an opportunity, we go in there and we're recruiting. But our main focus that we always do is at the end of the year with the 8th graders that are coming in as 9th graders, freshmen. So we always go to their PE class at the end of the year whenever the counselors are like picking classes. We go over there and we're like, hey, ROTC, this is what it is. This is what you can get from it. Come and join us. And that's where we get the main numbers of our unit.
Do you think it has grown in numbers since you've started in 9th grade? Like, is there more
sure.
people?
For sure. On our inspection unit was 2 years ago. We were in probation because our numbers were too low. They were below 100, what they had to be. Now we're above 100. I personally complain about how so many cadets we have because I'm in charge of promotions, so I have to go through each cadet, and I just complain about how many cadets. But I'm really glad
There
we've
is a
gone.
lot of complaining, yes.
And we also added another element, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
we
in the
added another
classroom,
element?
we added
An
another element. So in our classrooms, for those who don't know, each class is called a flight, and in those flights there are typically 3 rows of desks, and each row is called an element. But this year we added an extra element, so now we have 4 because of how many cadets have joined since.
Do you even have space in the class anymore?
No, we don't. That's why
We
we were
had to-
asking for the band room. But
We had to get
You're
rid
not
of like
getting
our
that.
trophy table because we had a table just full of trophies and we had to move it.
Waverleigh, when you introduced yourself to the podcast, did you say what
Rank
you were? What you?
I don't think I did.
You should say- What are you?
I'm a cadet captain.
Cadet captain. What does a cadet captain do? Like, what is the big point of the cadet captain?
So originally when I got promoted to cadet captain, I got promoted because I was the support officer, which is it's like 2 below the squadron commander about. And they are above everyone who does paperwork or logistics or public affairs. And then for my senior year, I decided I wanted to be public affairs. I wanted to run the Instagram, which is AFJROTC, or it's FHS.AFJROTC on Instagram. And I wanted to be a part of that because it's something that I really enjoyed, and I really wanted to do something I enjoyed my senior year.
Well, that sounds fair. I can see that. So, Alex, do you have any more closing questions before I wrap this up a little bit? I'm gonna take that as a no.
I can't think of anything.
So, okay, before I end it, I'm just gonna ask one more time, so you guys, of course, you want people to sign up. Before we close out, why don't you tell the listeners why you think they should sign up if they get the chance to?
I would say even if I almost recommend for ninth graders try it out because right now, for freshmen, you don't have to wear the Air Force uniform if you do not want to. So it's Alex, I know we all have that.
We all have our complaints.
But freshmen, it's your opportunity to just not wear the uniform. Just try out ROTC, just how it is. And if you like it, uniform is only a small part after your ninth grade year, but that's a very important year. So if you don't want the uniform. But I would say, whenever you come into high school, you're like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to be part of something. I want to belong somewhere. And sometimes we don't know where we belong. ROTC will give you a belonging. It will show you, hey, there's people that you can trust, you can be a family with. And we are a whole family. We all, even if you're a little odd, which some of them are.
Most of them are.
Most of them are.
If you're joining
There's
ROTC,
going to be someone else that is just
odd.
as odd as you, and you're just going to click, and then you're going to be friends forever, kind of thing.
Oh,
all right?
wow.
So
You
Friends
will
forever.
enjoy it. Actually, you will come in and you
Well, yeah,
more
you
than
will
likely
enjoy it.
will
it's
enjoy
not,
it.
It's not all about like, oh, you have to wear your hair a certain way, you have to wear your boots a certain way, you have to do this. Yes, there is some strict aspects to it, but from what I've seen, it has some really good, fun stuff to it.
it does.
It does. We go on field trips, and all that stuff is just to help you grow your character as a person. I mean, there's strengths in being disciplined. Most of us probably have a job. If you're in 9th or 10th grade, you might not have one yet. But for those who do, you need to learn responsibility. You need to know how to be disciplined. And actually, ROTC has helped me in my own job and has definitely made it so I get hired more.
That's good. I mean, so yeah, it teaches you a lot of responsibilities. It presents you with a lot of things that you can use in everyday life. Well, if you guys are good with if you guys ever said everything you need to say, everything you want to say, that's all. I mean, that sounds great. I'm so happy you guys have joined us. We got to hear from you. Got to hear from JROTC. Heard what you have to say. If you have any closing statements, if you want to say them real quick, you can just say them right now.
Yes, I do have one note. A joke is only a dad joke if it is apparent.
So I've got another
That's
joke.
a stupid joke.
I'm taking all this out. I hope you
Oh.
That's just stupid.
No!
Taking out another joke? Well, what's blue and sits in a chair all day? The Air Force.
Oh my god.
And that's our ending note. Thank you for listening to the roar.
Yeah. Wait, Cecilia, do you have anything else to say? Or?
I don't.
Okay, well, that's great.
What do you want me to be like?
Wow.
Don't, no.
Sure.
Can we all roar at once,
no,
please?
We're
No.
not.
Oh my god.
Thank
Have
you
fun
all
editing
for
these.
listening to The Roar. I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope you enjoy this episode. You'll be hearing this. You guys that are making this right now will be hearing this within 3 to 4 days. You have to give me some time to edit
Yeah,
this.
we
takes a
got
while to edit.
It's going to take us a little bit to
It's
get
gonna take us a
through.
little bit.
All right, thank you
Anyways,
for listening to The
thank you for
Roar. We
listening.
will see you in the next one.
Have fun.